Vice Chancellor and Chairman for the Maiden Alumni Lecture, our guest speaker, the Pro Vice Chancellor and other management officers, the President and executive officers of the Htu Alumni Association, all chapter executives, our distinguished alumni, staff of Htu, students, the Vice Chancellor of UHAS or her representative, distinguished invited guests, the media. As you may be aware, Htu Technical University is 56 years, having started as far back as 1967-68. It is a unique institution because of its historical antecedents as a technical institute, a polytechnic, and now a university. Vice Chancellor and Chairman, let us assume that the institution started producing alumni 10 years after its establishment. It's an assumption. And that the average number of alumni produced per year is 300. And then by this assumption, the university would have produced 13,800 alumni by now. This is a formidable number with which alumni of this institution can do everything possible. Distinguished alumni, ladies and gentlemen, the almost 14,000 alumni are made up of institute alumni, polytechnic alumni, and technical university alumni. However, one thing that is common to all of our alumni is that they are all past students of one institution, that is Htu Technical University, as it is now called. Institutions all over the world consider their alumni as their stars. So, all alumni here gathered, I say you are stars, or you are our stars. And stars shine, and therefore you are shining. If you are doing it, do it better. Do it better. You are shining. You are shining. And you will continue to shine. Today marks an important milestone in the life of Htu Technical University. It's a day that management of the university, in collaboration with its alumni, had set aside to speak with one voice through one of our prominent stars. Although he is an army general, his ammunition today is the word. We will be told how this institution has produced leaders from humble beginnings who are making significant impact wherever they find themselves. The lecture is also one of the many initiatives being put in place by the university and the Alumni Association to bring all alumni of the institution together, both physically and remotely through live streaming, to reconnect and network, and to see for themselves the modest transformation their alma mater has seen over the years. As Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, it is expected also that the guest speaker will inspire fellow alumni to remain appreciative of what their alma mater has deposited in them, which has made them what they are today, and why they must do everything possible to give back to their alma mater. The lecture promises to be interesting, nostalgic, educative, and worth participating in. We wish you an interesting time with our maiden alumni guest speaker. Thank you. May I now invite our Vice Chancellor and Chairman for the session, who is also our host, to welcome all of us. Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much, Registrar. My registrar is so tall that when he has to speak through the mic, he's struggling. Maybe next function I'll cut your feet a little bit. Welcome address on the occasion of the Maiden Alumni Lecture. The Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Christopher Mensah. Our distinguished guest speaker, Major General Kamal Ishola Yusuf, Chief of Defense, Accounts and Budget, Nigerian Armed Forces. Major General Salami, retired, but not tired yet, because generals never retire, of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Mr. Senanu Akins Akoli, EcoBank manager. I don't know whether I should add retired or yet to retired, because he's still looking very young. A classmate of the Major General who is delivering the lecture today. The Registrar of Htu Technical University, Dr. Christopher Amehu, the Director of Finance, Director of Works and Physical Development, Acting Head of the Internal Audit, Representative of the Vice Chancellor of University of Health and Allied Sciences, the Commanding Officer of 66 Artillery, here present. Today I don't know whether to salute or not, but I also do this. The representatives of the Flag Officer commanding the naval base at Nutekpo. The Navy, I don't want to mention their rank because they always confuse me. You see a lieutenant here, but he's not a lieutenant. You see a captain here, there is a colonel. So I acknowledge your ranks. the deans, directors, heads of department, heads of unit, directors of all state agencies and institutions present, the regional managers of the National Health Insurance Authority, HEFRA, and Pharmacy Council. The president of the Htu Technical University Alumni Association, the president of Htu, classmates of Major General Yusuf here present, all members of the Htu Alumni Association, faculty, staff, and students here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and may I take responsibility of acknowledging everyone who is here. In the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 43 to 47, there are two characters, there are actually three: Philip, Nathaniel, and Jesus Christ himself. People may want to know, how did you discover Major General Yusuf all the way in Nigeria? It means that there was a Philip, or there are Philips, who led me to him. One of the Philips is the president of Htu, who informed me that, they have one of their members who is an army general in Nigeria, and that he would like to speak with me. That is, I'm talking about Mr. Granwell Akbelo. The other one, who has known me over the years and who paved the way for Major General to be here, is Mr. Senanu Akins Akoli, a very bosom friend of Major General. They are like brothers now. So the biblical word has come to pass that we have Nathaniel and we have Philip, and we have seen the Lord. Even though Nathaniel doubted that will anything good come from Nazareth, I must say that so much good has come from Htu excellently today. Ladies and gentlemen, today's lecture is not just an event, it is a celebration of the collective achievements of our alumni, faculty, and students. It is an affirmation of our shared vision and values, and an opportunity to reconnect, to inspire, and to be inspired. Under the inspiring theme, Htu Technical University, a springboard to global leadership, we are reminded of the vital role our institution plays in shaping leaders who made impactful contributions both locally and internationally. This theme resonates deeply with our mission to provide world-class education and to nurture talents that will lead the change in addressing the complex challenges of the 21st century. To extend a special welcome to our guest lecturer today, Major General Kamal Yusuf, who is the Chief of Defense Accounts and Budget of the Nigerian Armed Forces and an illustrious alumnus of HTU. We are honored by your presence and look forward to the wealth of knowledge and experience you will share with us today. Your distinguished career in the military and your significant contributions to national defense and budgeting exemplify the caliber of leadership we aspire to cultivate in our students and the alumni in general. Ladies and gentlemen, the university is conscious of its humble beginnings as a technical institute, a second cycle institution, that is Polytechnic, and Polytechnic as a tertiary institution, and now a fully fledged university. These also reflect the standings of our alumni with various chapters like the Huteposa, which are ultimately united under one brand name, Htu Alumni, of which no one is left behind. So that whether you belong to the institute's era, the Polytechnic era, or the university era, you are all under one banner, Htu Alumni. The Htu Alumni Association has been instrumental in creating a robust network of professionals who are making significant strides in various fields. Our alumni spread across the globe are a testament to the quality education and holistic development provided by Htu. The Alumni Association, through its National Executive Committee, various chapters and grassroots groups, continues to foster engagement and collaboration among our graduates. This network serves as a vital support system for our students through mentorship and guidance. I was telling Major General in my office that it is not by chance that the Lord fell on him to deliver this maiden address. Because if you look at our history, our foundation is the Institute era, and he belonged to the Institute era, and so it is proper that someone from the Institute era begins the alumni lecture, and then we can build on it. Because the Institute provides the foundation for the institution that we are all celebrating today. The Pro-Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today. As we gather here today, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey of Htu Technical University, as I've already espoused. It is also proper to mention today some of the achievements of the institution, since we have our alumni here present. Our institution's flag is flying very high among committee of institutions, not only in Ghana and Africa, but also in the world. Just last year, the whole of Africa startup competition on innovation, our students made us proud by winning the gold in Africa. So even though at the Olympic Games we couldn't win any gold, Htu Technical University won gold in Africa. Kenya won gold, but they won silver during that competition, and Zimbabwe won bronze. Unfortunately, Nigeria could not compete because they don't know how to cook jollof well. I'm bringing a fight, so there will not be any fight. Additionally, our students won the Joy Pran Big Chef Cookery Competition in October 2023 among all the other universities in Ghana. Recently, Department of Marketing won the best paper on greening at the 2024 Applied Research Conference for Technical Universities in Ghana. Again, this year, Huawei, we know Huawei's place in the world. ICT, organized an ICT competition among all the universities, not technical university alone, we went and competed at KNUST, where they started computer science for a very long time, and we beat them to it and got the first position representing Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also add that the recent rankings of universities in the world and Times Higher Education is the #1 ranking agency in the world, have ranked our institution as among the top 5 universities in Ghana and the only technical university present here. That is not all. As we speak, the university is in the process. We have won a Skills Initiative for Africa project with partnership from Lucas Nola Company in Germany, 1.5 million euro to set up a center of excellence in biomedical engineering for the whole of West Africa here at HTU. Also, we have recently competed fiercely and won a UNIDO circular economy project to be hosted by HTU. So in the coming weeks, we will be seeing UNIDO officials with us here on our campus. And this is going to translate to the private sector across the whole of the region. As I speak, we are the only institution that has established a fabrication lab supported by DAD and Rival University of Applied Sciences. This fabrication lab, I'm told, is the second only in Africa and the first in Ghana, and we are going to inaugurate that on the 18th of September 2024. You are all invited. Just to sum up, I must say that research of faculty is also receiving serious attention. Whole technical university researchers have come up with an early maturity, have come up with a shorter maturity period of 27 months for barbel to flower and also to fruit. And as we speak, you know the barbel tree takes averagely 25 years to fruit, but our scientists have made the barbel tree to fruit in 27 months. And we have been listed by FAO of the United Nations and also Spearhead Spirits from South Africa and UK, and our name has gone viral because of this project. In fact, we are, as we speak, our team of researchers have even brewed beer and wine from the baobab fruit, and we have made oil from it. And I'm saying all of these things just to buttress the fact that the university is progressing, and we need the support of the alumni to be able to do more for the university and the institution. Our guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen, following this morning's lecture, we will witness another landmark achievement, the commissioning of a brand new surgical theater at the Htu Technical University Clinic. It is important to highlight that the fully furnished surgical theater was funded and donated by an illustrious alumnus of the university, and when we get to the commission, perhaps we will get to know who that is. This is a remarkable act of benevolence and is commendable and should be emulated by all of us. And I'm happy to announce that by this feat and other measures put in place by Executive Management Committee, the HTU Clinic has now attained the status of a district hospital and we will now be known as HTU Hospital. It is not just a declaration. This has been supported by our regulators who came here to visit, and the theater is what we are waiting for. And we are hopeful that very soon an ambulance will also be added. A call to students and alumni and stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, at ATU, we believe in the power of collaboration and the importance of giving back to our alma mater. The Alumni Association plays a crucial role in this regard, offering numerous benefits such as networking opportunities for our students. We therefore encourage all our graduates to join this vibrant community and to actively participate in the activities. To our current students who are gathered here in your numbers, are you there? Clap for yourselves. Great. To our current students, I urge you to take full advantage of opportunities presented by our Alumni Association. Engage with your predecessors, learn from their experiences, and be inspired by their journey. Remember, the connections you make today will be invaluable as you navigate your own career paths. To our alumni, your achievements are a source of immense pride for ATU. Your success inspires the next generation of leaders, and your contributions continue to elevate the status of our institution on the global stage. We are grateful for your support and your commitment to fostering a strong, dynamic alumni community. As the university undergoes continual development and transformation, it has become imperative to ensure the security of the entire university campus by implementing a comprehensive fencing project. And so I am also appealing to the alumni. As we are establishing all these centers, we need security. Year groups can adopt a meter or two to fence, and so that we can secure the entire campus. Additionally, the university is in the process of establishing an endowment fund, which will serve as a sustainable and long-term source of financial support to propel our institution towards achieving its goals and fulfilling its mission. In the light of this initiative, I would also like to appeal to our alumni and stakeholders to extend their support to enable the university have an endowment fund. Registrar indicated that we are 56 years this year and we deserve to have an endowment fund that management is working on. As I conclude, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Governing Council, the Academic Board, our guest speaker, especially for making time to be here with us. I know generals don't move easily, but he managed to secure the necessary permissions to be here with us. We are most grateful to you and your team. We are also grateful to Executive Management Committee, the deans and directors, faculty, staff, and students, the ATU alumni, our stakeholders, and all our invited guests. Our sincere thanks also goes to Mr. Kofi Jensen for providing free Wi-Fi today for the entire auditorium on this special day. So if you have not connected, connect to the Wi-Fi. It's free and you don't have to pay anything. It's one of our stakeholders. Let me also extend my appreciation. Hello. Let me also extend my appreciation to the campus chapter of the ATU Alumni Association for providing over 500 bottles of water to support the event. To our international students, are they here? Our international students, where are you? With me, okay. To our international students, we value you so much. It means that from ATU, we can propel you to go and be even president in your own countries. And we value your presence today. Let's continue to work together to uphold the values and traditions of Htu Technical Institute, Htu Polytechnic, and Htu Technical University. Let's strive to be beacons of excellence and integrity, leading the way in our respective fields and making a positive impact on our world. Once again, we welcome you to the Maiden ATU Alumni Lecture. May this event be a source of inspiration, enlightenment, and renewed commitment to our shared goals and aspirations. The slogan today is, have fun once in a while and fund HTU always as your alma mater. I repeat, have fun once in a while and fund HTU always as your alma mater. Thank you so much for your attention, and may you have a productive and enriching experience today. Adam Nazu Kekeli. God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Vice Chancellor, for welcoming us and for sharing with us the modest gains the university has made. The SRC band, are you there? Give us an interlude. SRC band. Thank you so much. Thank you. To introduce our guest speaker today is the president of the Htu Alumni Association, Mr. Simon Mensah Avoga. So, yes, Mr. President, please step forward and introduce your own.
Thank you. Chairman, may I ask your permission? I learned the classmates of the general are here. So I want to just ask your permission to invite one of them to join me to do that honor. I realized that at the time that he had enrolled onto a university in 1997, that was the year I came to Htu Technica. I completed Htu Technica University as a polytechnic. So I feel that somebody from the classmates can join me to do that honor. So please, the classmates, just elect one person to join me on the stage whilst we do this. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Please, just stand by me this way. Right. The chairman, standing on the protocols you've established, I want to go ahead to do the job assigned me. Major General Kamal Ishola Yusuf is a distinguished military officer with over 3 decades of service in the Nigerian Army. He has held various leadership positions, including Director of Defense Administration, Chief of Accounts and Budget, Army. He is currently the Chief of Defense Accounts and Budget at the headquarters, Abuja, Nigeria. Education. He has a robust national educational foundation spanning multiple disciplines and institutions. He began his academic journey at the local authority primary school in Oluseke, Ide, Osun State from 1971 to 1976. He then attended Menusu Evangelical Presbyterian Middle School in the Volta region, Ghana, from 1976 to 1980. Post-secondary education took him to Htu Technical Institute in Ghana, where he earned Royal Society of Arts certificates in business studies with an accounting option from 1980 to 1984. His military education commenced at the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy, where he graduated with a BSc in economics from 1987 to 1992. He further honed his skills with an MBA from the University of Lagos from 1996 to 1997 and an MSS in Strategic Studies from the University of Ibadan from 2014 to 2015. This comprehensive educational background has equipped Major General Kamal Yusuf with a unique blend of technical, business, and strategic expertise, poised to tackle complex challenges and drive success in his career. Professional associations. Major General is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, a member of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers of Nigeria, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, and an associate of the Nigerian Institute of Management. Personal life. Major General Yusuf is happily married and enjoys long tennis. He endeavors to stay up to date with topical issues on both local and international news. He is also an avid investor in the Nigerian Stock Exchange and other international financial markets. He is a family man with a wife and children. Thank you.
So I said in the beginning that all alumni are stars. The man is a star. Shall we say that? You are a star. You are a shining star. Thank you all. Now, this university, like many other universities, opens its doors to international students. And we have among us students from the Republic of Nigeria. One student walked up to us and said, when I saw the photograph and the man's names, I knew that this man is my tribesperson, my tribesman. Therefore, I want to come and welcome him traditionally with a welcome praise. That student is Zainab. She is a level 200 student in a computer science department reading ICT, right? So Zainab, come up stage. And do the welcome praise.
My name is Suleiman Zainab Adebukola. As an international student, I'm here to say welcome praises to my father, who is also from my hometown.
This is too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shall we now, please, with a standing ovation, welcome our guest speaker to the podium. Magnus, maybe I'll just one.
Thank you. When you have Fanta, all of us here, we know what is Fanta. And you also have Coke. And you now mix it. What do we call that drink? Okay, we call it Fanta Coke. So standing before you is a Fanta Coke. Because my pronunciation will be flowing between Ghana pronunciation and that of Nigeria. So it's because I'm a Fanta Coke. The Vice Chancellor, the Pro Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, Deans of Faculty and staff, fellow alumni, okay. So let me start again. The Vice Chancellor, the Pro Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, Deans of Faculty, faculty and staff, fellow alumni, students, ladies and gentlemen. With the permission of the Vice Chancellor, I want to make some special recognitions. First of all, I want to recognize members of Ghana Armed Forces present here. I also want to recognize my head of department when I was here as a student. I don't know whether Mr. Glana is in this hall. Okay. I want to recognize Mr. Dogbe. Mr. Dogbe promised to be with us, but due to one reason or the other, he was not able to make it. But the daughter, he sent his daughter. Victoria, are you here? She's not here. Thank you. Let me also recognize my friend, my senior, my colleague, Major General B.N. Salami. He's my personal friend, he's retired, and I want to let this audience know that standing before you, we are the most senior armed forces officers in the Nigerian Armed Forces. Let me especially recognize the university alumni. And the Hoteposa. Well, I think I have a chapter for you in my lecture. So when we get there, we'll cross it. Once again, I want to take permission from the Vice Chancellor to recognize my own class, Business Studies 1984 group. Can you please stand up? Thank you, thank you, thank you. as a way of introduction, it is a great honor and privilege for me to be invited to deliver the first alumni lecture of this great institution, Htu Technical University. This recognition is not only an elevation for me as a Major General in the Nigerian Armed Forces, it is also a confirmation of the brotherly and close-knitted relationship between Nigeria and Ghana in all areas of human endeavor, including trade, military, and diplomacy. In fact, I'm happy to report that my close affinity with the Republic of Ghana is not only limited to the excellent education I received in this citadel of knowledge, but also includes joint training alongside several Ghanaian military officers at the Armed Forces Command and Staff College in Abuja-Nigeria, as well as National Defense College in Abuja on exchange basis. Several Nigerian military officers also had their training in Ghana here. Although my invitation to deliver this lecture is not an official government-to-government invitation, my release and permission to travel down here is at the instance of my immediate boss, General Christopher Gwabi Musa, Officer of the Federal Republic, the Chief of Defense Staff, Armed Forces of Nigeria. General Musa is an excellent officer to work with. He is outstanding in all ramifications. He therefore sends his felicitation on this occasion. My family also sends its gratitude for the invitation. I therefore want to most sincerely thank the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Ben Onyenuga, for this honor. I also appreciate both academic and non-academic staff for the great work they are doing in Htu Technical University. For you, the students, I congratulate you for finding yourself in one of the best tertiary institutions in the world. To all invited guests, past lecturers, colleagues, and friends, I thank you very much for coming. I'm therefore delighted to be here after many decades. This year makes it exactly 40 years that I graduated as a business studies student in Htu Technical Institute. It gives me a great pleasure to return here again, this time as a guest speaker and not a student. I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to give a lecture on this historic day. I believe we all agree that it is historic because since the inception of this institution, the Alumni Association, and the Alumni Association, we have gathered to have the very first lecture of the alumni. This is a feat deserving of commendation. The rush of nostalgia as I prepare myself for today is one I pray we all get to experience when thinking of Htu Technical University, because this place is truly a springboard that catapults you to whatever aspiration you have. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we gather for this maiden alumni lecture, I'm reminded of the transformative power of education and the impact that Htu Technical University has had on our lives. This esteemed institution has been a springboard to global leadership for many of us. I'm excited to share my thoughts on the theme. At the end of this lecture, I hope we all go from here and come out of our shelves and become ambassadors of the university. Reflecting on my journey to this point, I cannot help but truly affirm the team, because my becoming a Major General in the armed forces in a country like Nigeria requires perseverance and other relevant skill sets that I believe this institution gave me the foundation. As you rightly know, the university has evolved from the Technical Institute days to the Polytechnic days. One crucial part throughout the evolution of this noble institution has been its ability to remain focused on imparting skills required for problem solving and not just churning out graduates with paper certificates. As a higher institution mandated to provide education and training in technical and vocational education training, as well as science, technology, engineering, and mathematics related disciplines, the institution did well in providing me with the requisite knowledge in accountancy. And so is every alumna and alumnus in this great auditorium. The acquired technical skill, coupled with other soft skills, later became the springboard into my journey towards greatness in my chosen career. This institution offered me more than just technical skills. It taught me how to think critically, solve problems creatively, and work collaboratively. These skills have been essential in my leadership journey, enabling me to make informed decisions, navigate complex environments, and drive results. These are what I want to share because they are the skills that cut across disciplines, and they are the ones that prepare and propel us into leadership. This esteemed institution has therefore been a springboard to global leadership for many of us. I'm excited to share my thoughts on this topic. Distinguished Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, we the men in uniform, as part of our discipline, particularly on time management, I would like to go straight to the few points that propel anyone who walks through the gate of this great institution into leadership. The first point I want to mention is cultural intelligence. Though this institution is the first university in the Volta region, Htu Technical University is not made for only people of the region. It has and continue to be a cosmopolitan institution, attracting students across the country and beyond. And I never knew I would meet Zainab here. What does this show us? Rightly, I'm a Nigerian, but here I am, an alumna, And it is this very institution that provided me the opportunity to gain a multicultural diversity. It may interest you to know that I sing and dance to bobobo. And before the end of this lecture, you may have a taste of it. Since time immemorial, international exposure has been critical for global leadership. The global village is getting paradoxically mechanical and organic. Simultaneously, every president should prepare himself or herself to find a balance between the two to promote mutual respect and peaceful coexistence with others, especially in a working environment. Moreover, Htu Maiden University strong industry connections and experiential or practical learning opportunities provided me with a network of talented individuals who have become lifelong friends and colleagues. This network has been a valuable resource for me, offering support, guidance, and opportunities for growth. The next point I want to mention is communication. The phenomenon of communication appears to be overemphasized, and some may say it is a cliche to say communication is an essential skill to thrive in today's world. Nonetheless, it is something we will have to embrace for a long time, because communication is like the nervous system that exchange meaning to and with other systems. Communication is not just about speaking, it's not about English or your lingua franca. It is the life wire of social production. What to say, how to say it, when to say it, medium to use, the speed required, the secrecy level, the choice of recipients, and how to ensure your communication gets to the recipients are very important aspects of communication, which any leader must possess. You must be able to tell your own story through effective communication. One needs to have the ability to make meaning of verbal and non-verbal situations and exchange them in a mutually respectful way for desired positive results. Now let's look at collaboration, teamwork, networking. Today's growth in every sector requires collaboration and teamwork. In the military, we need to rely on one another to ensure collective survival, especially on the field. I believe you understand what I'm talking about. This can happen when trust and reliance are formidable among teams. As an alumni, we obviously find ourselves in different industries and disciplines. And these are the places where, as ambassadors of Htu Maiden University, we exhibit the collaboration and teamwork that institution imbibe in us. I want to appeal to the alumni that we must get our acts together and collaborate with each other so that we can benefit from our individual strengths. It is essential to learn that working yourself up also depends on working together and seeing one another as a support system. The world is all about lean on me. You lean on me, I lean on you. But that cannot be done unless there's collaboration, unless there's teamwork, unless there's networking. This also includes networking among ourselves and others from far and near. The boundary is not an excuse. We shall now consider situational awareness, currency, and adaptability. When I'm talking of currency, I'm not talking of Ghana cedis or American dollar. What I mean is that you must be very current. Knowing your environment, especially in our age, where we can sit in our offices or sitting rooms and virtually see what is going on in the United States of America or United Kingdom or any country, it is critical to be very mindful of the environment from the physical, social, economic, political, and technological dimensions. The age of internet has made everything possible, and those who take a good advantage of it become current and gets ahead of those who don't. Being constantly aware of your situation or environment provides you with information to adjust to changing times, which in turn demonstrates flexibility and resilience. Adaptability also means embracing change, ambiguity, and uncertainty, which will definitely happen in a rapidly changing global environment and situations. I want to explain a little bit on this embracing change. As individuals, as a leader, you must not be very rigid. You must embrace change. If you don't embrace change, the world will leave you behind. So change is the only constant factor in life. So all you need is to adapt to the changing situation. You know, I'm not a lecturer. Lecturers can talk for 2 hours without drinking water. I'm on a very strange assignment. So please understand with me. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Based on what I just said now, you should embrace change. Something has changed again. So I'm adapting now. Thank you. What about accountability and responsibility? As students, we used to think of exam as a mere exercise to test our cognitive process, retention, and ability to recall. However, taking examination is a whole responsibility skill we acquire for life. You have to read because you know you will be held accountable through examinations. In the same vein, examinations and tests are opportunities for us to be accountable for our actions, inactions, and reactions. Many people shy away from leadership because of the fear of being held accountable. You must never be afraid to be held accountable. Every leadership position requires stewardship. You must give account of what you have done. You must forecast. You must plan. You must give a roadmap. As a leader, you have to know this. And you shouldn't be afraid of it at all. Leaders are meant to account, and you are meant to be responsible. As leaders, we must be accountable to the various organizations and bodies we lead. And we must prepare ourselves to give the stewardship of our actions and omissions. This is what gives us recognition as a leader. We cannot call you a leader unless you are ready to be accountable. And that is why they will call you a leader. When somebody is not a leader, he's not accountable to anybody. And we are leaders in our various fields, from the home and to our offices. Even within the student organizations, you must be accountable. And you must be responsible. If you're a leader, you are not responsible for something, then you don't have any business leading any group. This is what gives us recognition as a leader. Accountability should therefore not be a reason to turn down opportunities. So many of us, when you are being asked to come and lead, we refuse. And we don't know that by accepting that responsibility, you grow your skill sets, you learn new things, and you catapult yourself to the top. When I took the form to go to the military school, my family were shouting, "What about if you die?" But I'm not dead today, I'm a major general. That's why I became a leader. The fact that there is risk in it does not mean that you will not accept it. So to the students here today, be ready. It is where it is most difficult. That is where it is most profitable. I repeat myself. It is where it is most difficult. That is where it is most profitable. Where you see the majority, the reward is less. Where majority rush into, the reward there is less. This particular message is to the students. So prepare yourself. Anywhere it is difficult, volunteer yourself, because the benefit is humongous. We need to show the world that the training we had in this institution has prepared us to take up responsibilities. How can you be a graduate of Htu University and you be running away from responsibility? How do you prove that this university is unique? How do you prove that this university is important? I don't want to bore you with my own personal stories, but I think I took the bull by the horn, and I thank God Almighty that I have been able to reach this level. The next one is discipline and resilience. And this is the most important factor in leadership. I know it will come as a great surprise, even almost unforgivable, for me to engage with you in this manner without talking about discipline and resilience. Discipline is the bedrock of professionalism, and you must be resilient to be disciplined. When I was in Htu Institute, most times I will trace my route back to Nigeria. I'll be thinking about the road through Togo, through Atakpame, very dangerous routes. And I will think that, look, my parents are far away. What am I doing here? But one thing that helped me, I was always disciplined. My colleagues here can testify to it. Luckily, I don't know anybody in town, so I don't go for weekend. So Saturdays and Sundays, I'm always at one corner there. Business Studies Department, reading. I wasn't in staff, but I was the assistant librarian. You must be disciplined. Discipline is everything. It is discipline that makes you to prioritize learning above enjoyment. In fact, you cannot go through any form of formal education at any level without discipline. And if you do, the result will definitely be unrewarding. To go through this institution, one of the things or skills you learn to go through this institution, one of the things or skills you learn here, you learn here that you do not have to drop along the way is discipline. One of the skills that you must not drop is discipline. Well, I don't know about now, but there is the report I'm hearing is very encouraging. It is very excellent. But during the period of Mr. Boji, you cannot be indisciplined. You cannot be indisciplined. I remember a day that normally there's this rivalry between Htu Technical Institute and Mauli Secondary School. So we went to the stadium, and one way or the other, there was fracas. As it was then, Htu students were bigger than Mauli students because we were matured. So some of our colleagues pursue Mauli students through the town. You know, there's a shortcut between the stadium and so we are supposed to come through that route back to Tech. But some people went through the route. Some people went through the town and pursued Mauli students to their gates. All those that went, all of them were made to go and bring their parents, and all of them received canes in the principal's office. But I was not among them. Whether self-discipline or team discipline, you cannot be a leader even of a small group without developing discipline as a skill. Let us look at decision making. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot hope to be a leader no matter where without wielding what it takes to make decisions. Making decisions is generally tough, especially when you must make critical ones that hinge on lives and livelihoods. Irrespective of where and when, tough decisions must be made. The ability to be recognized as making quick, informed decisions in a high-pressure situation projects you as an efficient leader. And this is where the problem is. If you are here and you are not seeing the ambition or be in the armed forces, and you know you cannot take decision, please don't join. Because we operate in an environment where situations change very fast. And as the commander on ground, you must make quick decision. And you must be bold in making that decision. Because within some few minutes and seconds, things will go wrong. So also in the industry, you must be ready to take decisions. It is better you take wrong decision than not taking decision at all. That is why the Armed Forces Act defines offense as a commission or an omission. It's either you commit something or you omit something. It's an offense. So not taking decision is a serious issue. So you must be able to take critical decision no matter what the outcome will be. The next is a global mindset and dreaming big. As an alumni, we need to see things beyond our boundaries. We have to be intentional in breaking bands and rising to the top. Breaking bands, ladies and gentlemen, requires continuous learning. It requires a good grasp and comprehension of global markets, trends, and other dynamics. Keenly, I do follow Htu Technical University from time to time, and it gives me so much joy and pride to see the stride the institution is making. On a constant basis, Htu Technical University has been leaving giant footprints on the globe. Clearly, this demonstrates what the institution, especially this administration, has recognized the value of globalization and is ensuring that students and alumni are well positioned to grab such global opportunities. Htu Technical University is a technical university. As a technical university, should, as a matter of urgency, forge ahead and dream big into the world of technology and innovation. Now on to integrity. In today's fast-paced world, a lot of people across the various generations are seen to be throwing integrity to the wind. This is the greatest challenge to leadership. We need to be conscious and deliberate about what we do. And this must be done by demonstrating ethics, honesty, and transparency. These are the things that build our reputation and image. People who have undesirable reputations and image cannot be given the enviable title called integrity. Integrity is very crucial. It is the final chip that launches you into global limelight. Wherever you work, wherever you serve, the leaders, they know you. If you do what we call eye service, they know you. If you don't have integrity, they know. That is why when promotions come out, so many people will be doubting. But this man is very brilliant. Yes, you are brilliant, but you have integrity. That is why you can't explain how promotions happen. There are a lot of information about you. But where you have integrity, even when the system wants to deny you, People will stand up for you. So integrity is very key. The last but not the least that I want to discuss today, of course there are so many factors, but I can't take the whole time, is vision, mission, targets, and deliverables. Vision, mission, targets, and deliverables. Leaders must have targeted accomplishments. You must have plans with goals and objectives. Time availability should never constitute a constraint. All you need to do is to have your mission in line with the vision of the organization. The vision is not your own. The vision belongs to the organization. But you have your mission. I believe the vice chancellor, when he was appointed, he has his own visions. So it is he has his own mission in line with the vision of Htu Maiden University. And it is those mission he is pursuing. The mission should be divided into targets and deliverables. So one at a time. You can't achieve everything at the same time. The mission should be divided into targets and deliverables in line with time available for you, which you must monitor and guide to enable you give your stewardship. Htu Maiden University started as a technical institute and graduated to a polytechnic and now a university. In line with the vision to give technical skills to students and make them industry favorites. As an alumni and as students, what are our vision? What are our mission? What targets do we have? And what do we want to deliver? The president of the university alumni, I'm giving this as a challenge. Let's have, which I believe you will have, let's have our vision. Now, you as the president now, what mission do you have within that vision? What targets in line with time? If we say we want to achieve this in 1 year, that's a target. In 3 months, what are we going to deliver? In 6 months, what are we going to deliver? So those are the deliverables. So as a leader, you must have all this in mind. Now, on to my own appeal. When I came in yesterday, I met some officials who briefed me about the leadership in the university alumni. You know, the old brigade which I belong to, the Hutepoza. And the new brigade, I think that's the polytechnic. No, that's the university, Abi. Polytechnic and the university. Well, that is fine. But why can't we be one? And I learned we are already one. Am I correct? Okay. I'm happy to hear that. At the same time, I will still deliver my lecture along that line. Now, as alumni, we ought to ask ourselves and reflect on how the collective skills, especially the ones we just discussed, can be harnessed to project ourselves to reflect Htu Maiden University as a springboard to leadership. I know currently there are two main associations of old students of the institution, and it is understandably so because there was the dispensation of the Technical Institute and the era of Polytechnic, and now the university. The former two came together and called the association Hoteposa, which I belong to now. And now there is Technical University Alumni, which is fairly new. Nonetheless, we are all one. It is absolutely important to identify as one and ensure both fuse to form one formidable union, which may be called any name. We are not oblivious of many advantages of unity. Once we can do that, we have positioned ourselves better to lay the foundation for ourselves and the upcoming generations into leadership. The tasks before us are numerous and non-exhaustive. We can do them among several others. And what are the things we need to do? We can do mentoring current students or recent graduates. We can showcase our achievements and experiences in whatever ways we want to do that. We can collaborate on projects or initiatives that demonstrate leadership. We can provide training or workshop on soft skills to develop recent graduates during congresses. We can represent the Htu Technical University in industry events and conferences. We can also build a strong alumni network for support and knowledge sharing. We can also highlight the university's impact in our personal and professional growth, especially to your employers and on social media. We can also engage in community service or volunteer work by fostering cultural innovations and entrepreneurship and giving back to the university. The university needs us. We need them, they also need us. Most importantly, the students, they need us. We can also give scholarship and prizes to reward excellence. We assist them in employability so that they can be employed. The alumni is an avenue for reconnection. So I'm appealing to the alumni. We should try and help this university, help the students, and help ourselves. It is a long time I left this country, and I don't think I can speak the Ewe language properly the way I do before now. But those days, I participate in cultural drumming and dancing. I dance bobobo and do all sorts of things. So I want to raise a song, and I want the chorus from so that you can help me. In line with the lecture I just gave. Are we ready? Mi wo novi lagbe me. Mi wo novi lagbe me. Mi wo novi lagbe me. Si me le dole o kana moi. Si me kula kanu bona moi. Anbinuko amekuku mi lona iwo novi lagbe. Thank you very much for bailing me out. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, through my experiences, I have learned that leadership is not about titles or positions, but about impact, influence, and service. I believe that if we are all deliberate about the things we do, the tools and talents given us by this institution, we can, through tenacity, leaps and bounds, make positive impact on our various communities and the world at large. Therefore, my fellow alumni, let us hold ourselves in readiness to respond and to call to support and grow the university whenever the call arises or desirable. As we celebrate this milestone, I urge you to remember that our alma mater has given us so much more than a degree or certificate. We have been given a sense of purpose, a commitment to excellence, and a community that transcends borders. Let us rise to this call whenever we hear the sound. Long live the Alumni Association. Long live Htu Technical University. I thank you all.
Give it up. Don't stop now. A better one, a bigger one. Bigger one for our guest speaker. Very interesting lecture. Can you please be seated? Yeah. The lecture is so deep, I told you, so educative. I will leave that for the Vice Chancellor to talk about in his closing remarks. For now, we've been sitting for long. SRC band. The guest lecturer asked for Bobobo, and I thought by now you should be playing something for us. Is there a song that sounds like Bobobo that you can play? Go ahead. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Like baby boy is big. What? What? Okay, there was one accident, so we can start the. So we are here. After the.
Oh, wow. Major General is on the floor. Major General is on the floor. Yeah. With the Vice Chancellor. Please feel free and join. Mabo Bodeji, Mabo Bodeji, Mabo Bodeji, Mabo Bodeji, Mabo Bodeji. Wow. Wow.
Wow, skills.
So on the floor also is Mr. Glala, Mr. Walter Glala, our guest speakers teacher. Teacher Glala, where's All right, okay. Thank you, SRC Band. That was a good one. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spicing up the moment. Yes. What shall we say to our guest speaker once again in every Akpenao? It's now time for the Vice Chancellor to do the Vice Chancellor.
All right.
Yes, so we say a big thank you to our guest speaker. He has demonstrated his bobobo skills to all of us. The man is not a Nigerian. He is from here. So the Vice Chancellor will do a special presentation to our guest speaker. Vice Chancellor.
The plaque first.
The plaque, yes, first.
Thank you very much. Shall we give it to our guest speaker once again? Let's do it better. Let's do it better. Let's do a very big one to Mr. Walter Glala. Yes. As teachers, it's our students who bring the shine out of us. And we thank God that General is here today and Mr. Walter Glala is alive for him to meet him face to face. We are grateful. Mr. Walter Glala, God bless you. General has been talking about you to me for the past several months. We are happy you are here this morning. My task is very simple. On behalf of the university, as our tradition, those who deliver, we have special lectures. This is the very first one for the alumni, and may I give your indulgence, Major General, to come up for a presentation. We should come here. Okay. Yes, yes, that's okay. Is it okay? Okay. Okay, okay. Appreciation. This is in recognition of your immense contribution to the development of Htu Technical University and as the guest speaker for the maiden alumni lecture of your alma mater, Htu Technical University, Akpe. This is from management, alumni, faculty, staff, and students, dated 12 August 2024. This is how it looks like. So I present this to you. I've not yet done. The university also, on behalf of the management, faculty, staff, students, and alumni, we want to present something special from Ghana. We hope you will like it. And we want to say thank you. Akpe. Also, you have to go home, and on the next working day, you change the military attire to that of mine, and also some additional souvenirs that you can show to your colleagues that you went to a true institution in Ghana. I will now invite the alumni. Alumni group would like to do a presentation before I invite the others. Yes. So Dr. Joey and then the president. Did I see Mr. Stanley? Yes, so the alumni join so that you can show in the picture. Let's give them a round of applause. Join. Today is a memorable day. I can see Maulom clapping. Yes, everybody be on stage. Today is your day. The professors also join them.
Hello. My dear. Hello. 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 Prompt Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen here present, I am Dr. Paulina Ajoyi, a member of the National Executive Council or Committee of Htu. We've heard a lot about Htu, and we've also been told to integrate. I must say that currently, the Vice President of the Maiden Alumni is our immediate past president of Htu. So we are already integrating. And our current president of Htu is also the current General Secretary of the Maiden Alumni. So we are already integrating. But Htu is always unique. Htu. Unique. Htu. Unique. It is just a group within alumni, made up of the old folks. We have our own type of communication, our own type of activities that are unique to this group. But we are part of the Maiden Alumni. I bring you felicitation from our president, Honorable, we call ourselves Honorable. Honorable Granwell Apello. He actually wanted to be here, but duty called. So he has asked me to stand in and do a presentation on behalf of NEC and members of Htu. Our message here is simple. Major General, we are saying Ayiko. Ayiko now. We appreciate and acknowledge your achievements from the humble beginning
as a student of Whole Technical Institute to the current status of a Major General, a big position. We appreciate you and we congratulate you. Secondly, as an association, we also like to appreciate your numerous contribution to Hoteposa. Anytime you called on you, you are present. You offer your support. You are such an active member of our association. So on this day, we want to officially show that we appreciate all the efforts we have been making towards our association with Hoteposa and the Mother Alumni at large. So on behalf of the executives and members of Hoteposa, we present a token. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to, at this point, invite Major General Retired Salami for a presentation. Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. I will now humbly invite the Nathaniel. Your new name is Nathaniel. Mr. Senanu Akins Senanu Akoli for a presentation.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. We want to acknowledge some people among us, and to do that, I invite Mrs. Juliet Nugbele Nunekbeku, the President of the Htu Campus Chapter of the Alumni Association. Juliet. Yes.
Good afternoon. It's such a great honor to be an alumnus of HTU on an occasion such as this. And I feel privileged to be called upon to acknowledge some of our guests, some of whom are also past students or alumni of Htu Technical Institute, Htu Polytechnic, and Htu Technical University. We are privileged, Vice Chancellor and Chairman of this occasion, to have in our midst today Lieutenant Commander Daniel Otu, who is the second in command from the Supply Application School. We also have, thank you. We also have Lieutenant Faustina Ayona, who is the Acting Chief Instructor, Supply Training at the Supply Application School of NAVTRAC. We are privileged today to have Mr. Gideon Jokbe, who is the Deputy Chief Pharmacist, repping the Regional Director of Health. We have Dr. Emmanuel Anyidoho, Head of Administration, School of Medicine from the University of Health and Allied Sciences. We are privileged to have David Nkegbe Agonya, Regional Manager for HEFRA. Also in our midst is Madam Regina Achu from the 1984 business class. Madam Gertrude Asamoah, also from the business class. Madam Regina Asima. Madam Mabel Agbolosu. Madam Vida Nuna Ampiao. Madam Gifty Yibo. We also have Madam Doris Doho, also from the 84 business class. Madam Anna Joy Tay is here with us. Madam Alice Essenham Scott. Mr. Seth Bedo from the 1995 business class. Madam Pearl Techi, who happens to be an old staff as well. Mr. Victor Tepe. Madam Rosemary Akwayena, thank you. Madam Olivia Moore. Mr. Richard Frimpong. These are all from the 1984 business class and members of Hoteposa. In our midst today, we have our directors, the Director of Works and Fiscal Development, Mr. Nicholas Avaga. We also have our Director of Finance, Mr. Augustine Kwame Owusu, and we are privileged to have our Pro Vice Chancellor in the person of Professor Christopher Mensah. We are privileged to have our Registrar, Dr. Ameho, also here with us this morning. We have our Directors and Deans, and our HODs, faculty, some other alumni here present this morning. Mr. Reverend Dr. Adonai, the CEO of Adonai Estates. From the 2009 badge. Then we also have Mr. Maulom Kluche, who is an independent parliamentary candidate for Ho Central. So he's vying in this year's election as an independent parliamentary candidate for Ho Central. We have our deans for faculty, for FAST, Professor Emmanuel Lecho, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Professor Maxwell S. Akpele. We have the Dean for Art and Design in the person of Professor Charles Atombo, who is an alumni as well. We have Faculty of Built and Natural Environment, Professor George Harrison Kofi. Faculty of Applied Social Sciences, Dr. Peter A. Agboja. Dean, HTU Business School, Professor Maxwell Edem Azilagbeto. School of Graduate Studies, Professor Richard Fifi Texan. Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Elizabeth Obinim, who is also a member of Hoteposa. So she's also an old student. Yes. We also have our Dean for International Programs and Institutional Linkages in the person of Dr. and Mrs. Ellie Atachi. For our HODs, Dr. Otilia Ajinyo, Hospitality. Food Science, Dr. Courage Ja. HOD Computer Science, Dr. Makafui Nyamadi. HOD Agricultural Sciences, Dr. Akuma. Maths and Statistics, Dr. Walanyo Akwamwa. Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Robert Biscoff. Electrical Engineering, Dr. Baidenga Ejekum Chumesi. Agric Engineering, Dr. Bismarck Mensa Brako. Accounting and Finance, Dr. Jennifer Adalete. HOD Marketing, Dr. Ernest Cheche. Management Sciences, Dr. Bismarck Ochery. Logistics and Supply Chain, Engineer Francis Ampiao. Applied Modern Languages and Communication, Dr. Harrison Ajima. Multidisciplinary Studies, Dr. Donatus Aite. Building Technology, Dr. Peter Agba Hode. Environmental Sciences, Dr. Selassie Adao. Architecture and Estate, Mr. John Kosa. Fashion Design, Dr. Daniel Agbeko. Art and Design, Dr. Richard Badegbe. From the University of Health and Allied Sciences as well, we have Nana Bafwodakwa, who is a Senior Assistant Registrar from the University of Health and Allied Sciences. And Pharmacist Elvis Mante, Deputy Regional Manager for the Pharmacy Council for the Volta and OT regions. Volta and OT regions. Want to acknowledge all students, want to acknowledge all the staff here gathered and other invited guests, which we may not be in a position to mention for purposes of time. We appreciate your coming and we want to thank you so much for the contributions that you continue to make to the development of Ho Technical University. Thank you.
Thank you, Juliet. Shall we now invite our Vice Chancellor to sum up the day's proceedings us. Vice Chancellor, our closing remarks, please.
Thank you very much, Registrar Dr. C.K. Ameho, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, our guest speaker. It's time for closing remarks. What else can we say after listening to very, very motivating and insightful lecture? And also, when the General speaks, who am I to try and sum up? Well, I'm too in the middle. When the General says go, everybody says go, 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 go. Then the captain will say run. The lieutenant will say double up. Now is the time to, first of all, acknowledge the fact that we've been educated, we've been encouraged, and we have also been put on the right path for those of us who were not sure about the standing of Htu Technical University. Whether you belong to the institute era, you belong to the polytechnic era, you are part of the university era, we now have a new name, and the new name is Htu Technical University. And that is what we should all rally around. I will not attempt to summarize, but a few take home. One of the things he mentioned was that it is this institution that laid the foundation for who he is today. Let's clap for that. And if you have forgotten who he is today, he is a Major General in the Nigerian Armed Forces. My professor friends, our guest speaker, when we go for meetings, international meetings, and they talk, I also talk, you say, Professor, you sit down, small Ghana, only 35 million people, Nigeria, 200 million people. So we are talking about a general in an army and in a country where the population is 200 million people. When they tease me like that, then I also tell them, that is why we deny you qualification to the World Cup recently. But the foundation for who he is from here. And we feel very proud, we feel appreciated. The second issue which I would like us to take home is that kneel on me and I kneel on you. That is the global world. It is inevitable. When this hand washes this one, the other will have to also what? Wash this one. It's very important. It is about mentorship that he emphasized. So that is why our students, I'm happy you are here in your numbers and you are picking lessons. We didn't have the chance to be educated this way, but at least you are here and you know that if he is a Major General today, you can become maybe Field Marshal if it exists tomorrow. The other issue that I wanted to emphasize for all of us is that whether we belong to the various chapters or not, we can all group together as has been already acknowledged, and they are working together, and it is important we look at that. And next one is that leadership is not about positions or titles, but it's about impact. Ask yourself whether the leadership you are providing, wherever you are, what is the impact of it. Today, Mr. Granla has demonstrated his impact, so he provided leadership. Would the same be said about you and I as lecturers, as alumni executives, as military officers, as SRC executives? Leadership is not about the title you hold, but it's about impact. And finally, not to bore you, because if I want to summarize everything, it will be another lecturer. And a teacher as I am, and I've always told my colleagues that having been made Vice Chancellor, I miss teaching. So anytime I get to the podium, I want to give all the areas of teaching I have missed. I will not get there. But the last one which he made, and which is very, very significant, is that as an alumni, you must help the university first, help the students before you help yourself. Very significant. The student clap for that. Because registrar acknowledged that per his records, this institution has produced over 15,000 or so graduates from the institute era. It's just a rough estimate. I know there are more than that. And if each of them, or even 10 people who adopt one student, I'm sure life will be easier for all of you. Help the university, help the students, and help ourselves. On behalf of management, I would like to render my sincerest appreciation, first of all, to the Almighty God who made this day blessed. It is in his own time that we are having this lecture today, and also to appreciate our Major General. Yesterday I told him that I've never sat close to a Major General before, so he should allow me to get close to him, because at least I've seen, by my interaction with the Navy, I've seen a Brigadier General before, but I've not seen a Major General. So sitting between the two of them was a privilege. That in itself, for me, is a blessing. General, we are grateful, and we are grateful to you also. I would like to also render my sincere appreciation to the commanding officer of the 66th Artillery Regiment, and I'm sure the officers here will convey our sincerest appreciation. Since he was notified of our guest present, they have been around to ensure his safety, provided all the necessary military security and everything. We are most grateful to you. We want to thank all our guests who are here. You left your busy schedules to be here. We are grateful. Today is a busy Monday, the 12th of August, but the alumni, the business class of 1984, you are our seniors. Let's clap for them once again. You left everything to be with us today. All the alumni group, Hoteposa, ATU branch, all the other branches, whole city campus, whole city branch that we are trying to inaugurate, Dambai that we are trying to inaugurate, Akosumbu, wherever you are coming from. The Vice Chancellor is saying, Akbenami, thank you for making the day. To our faculty and for my management, I do have to thank them because it's their duty. They have to support me to perform this. To our deans, our heads of department, all the unit heads, faculty, staff, everybody, we say thank you. My dear students, you deserve the biggest applause. Yeah. Yes. The bigger one again. General, I don't know what you did to the students today. Normally when you ask them to come and listen, They want to go and study. But you know something? I think let's clap for the heads of department and the deans. I'm told, you know, currently our population is 7,000 plus. We have grown steadily. So I'm told there's a chunk of students outside the auditorium. But the good thing is that a lot more people are listening to us via the social media. So millions of people are following us. Students, thank you for coming, and I believe you have been impacted. To everyone, all the people are forgotten. I want us to clap for all of them for being part of this beautiful, beautiful day. Our colleagues from UHAS, we acknowledge you. Extend my felicitations to the Vice Chancellor. From here, we'll be moving for the commissioning and of the theater, the state-of-the-art theater. I've asked the soldiers to guard the place because I hear it has become the envy of the teaching hospital, so they may come for it. But we will not allow them. So we want to thank all of you. We'll get there. People have sent me messages. Why are you not mentioning the illustrious alumni who has contributed, supported the building of the theater? In Neve, they will say, Avu Lemegbe. When we get there, you will see. When we get to the commissioning, today, this part is for the lecture. When we get to the other side, we will get the acknowledgement. And on this note, I would like to leave you with my appeal once again that as a university, we are making a lot of strides and we need support from all of you, all the stakeholders, being philanthropic support, business, whatever. Again, as I said, all these facilities I've mentioned, the vast land of the university is not fenced. A year group can adopt 1 meter or 5 meters. Are we prepared to acknowledge 1993 year group? For Simon, let your year group start. I'll be acknowledged, Stanley, your year group. Maybe you want to do 10 meters just to shame the Vice Chancellor. We want to appeal so that we'll be able to fence around the university and protect us, so that when the military come on patrol, it's easier for them. We are having some challenges, especially in the night. So I want to leave that with you. Reflect on it. My phone numbers are open. My PA is there. Those who are standing also, come and do something. Sow a seed here, and it will support your, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. Very soon also, we'll be inviting you for the commissioning of the Fab Lab on the 18th of September. Please take note of that. The president of the Rhine Valley University of Applied Sciences will come and deliver the Vice Chancellor's lecture, and at the same time commission the Fab Lab, the only one that we have for now. If some others will come, they haven't come yet. And then finally, the endowment fund is also going to be launched, and we will depend on the alumni and all of you. I say thank you again, and I'll leave the podium for the registrar and his men and women to take over. Thank you for being a very good audience. You didn't disturb the program at all, and I'm happy. I've seen the Batakari man also here today. It means that the lecture had been delivered. God bless us all.
Thank you, VC. We are so grateful. If you watch our program brochure, for some time now, you will not be seeing vote of thanks, because anytime VC comes with his remarks, he ends with vote of thanks. He has thanked everybody. VC, we are grateful, very grateful. Short announcement. Part 2, as VC announced, is going to take place at the clinic, and VC and his entourage will be there. We're going to take a walk gently, and we get it. The deans, directed HODs, I believe you're going to be part of that. Okay. Then I also wish to let us know that we are streaming this very program live, as some of you are aware already. And also, we are on VPFM. VPFM, for some time now, you've not listened to it. It's on air at this moment, together with Swiss FM. Yes, they're also there. Thank you. Now, we're told that we've been provided Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, but it's like some of us are doubting, how can we get access to that? All right, so that is Celtel, and the password is, I'll repeat it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are there. So, after this place, all those who are not students, your refreshment will be at the basement. Then all students will be seated and you'll be heavily refreshed. All right, on this note, let's be ready for the patriotic song, after which there will be a photograph. Once you are taking the photograph, it will be in a particular order. So let's be gentle, and then we'll listen to our turn, and then we come and take the photograph. So waiting for the band at this moment, shall we be upstanding? SRC band, we are waiting for you. Thank you. Let's be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're going to, let's be seated, please. Hello. Order of photograph. The guest speaker with management will be the first people to take the photograph, and we are taking it in the auditorium here. The photographers, you are the professionals, you are going to guide us and help us so that everyone will appear very well. Okay. We now depend on the directive of the photographers. Management. Okay, we are waiting for you. After that, the Hoteposa executive should be ready. We are waiting for you, direct us and guide us.